What's going on there, folks? Welcome to another Train Sim Classic video. So hot on the heels of the recently released A&S line, Asheville to Spartanburg, aka Saluda grade for Railworks, we have got this pack from Switchpoint Simulations. This is going to be called the Norfolk Southern Expansion Pack, and it contains quite a bit. So if, say, you're considering picking up Saluda or you have it and you don't so much want to operate one of these two things, you're in luck. Those are just urine. With these, you're in luck. You're good to go. Puns are fun. So with this, of course, and for some of you it may not be so much great news, you're going to need the ex-Conrail Norfolk Southern Searchlight Simulations SD40-2 pack. While, yes, it is currently not on their store at present, they have said they plan to bring it back. And they've got a ton of stuff on their table right now, a lot on their plate. They said they do intend to. So if you've got it, then you're good to go with this pack. If you don't, there is still hope for ye yet. So on these guys' website, which I'll link down below where you can find this pack and all their other goodies, they have also got an ex-BNSF Norfolk Southern unit or two in the black and white haunts. So if you still want to run, you know, some nice Searchlight Simulations goodness with all its sounds and physics and glory that is Searchlight in the haunts livery, you can still do that if you've got the new XBN BNSF SD40-2 from Searchlight Simulations, which you can still purchase. So that being said, what you're going to get with this pack is, of course, the gorgeous Southern tuxedo boy over there, bottom right. You're going to get Norfolk and Western as well in the middle and to the front left. So that's 01 and 02 in the editor. Then you're going to get X-Southern in the back and X-Norfolk and Western in the back. And then that unit in the middle over there is the RCO. So that's a remote control unit. There's little aerials on it, all kinds of stuff. Really cool stuff going on with that one. But this pack has quite a bit going on with it. One of the things that I will note right off the bat is the trucks. So because what pack this pack is built off of, the ex-Conrail Norfolk Southern pack from Searchlight, it had the, what were they called? The flexi-coil trucks, right? So they are not 100% proto. Now, do they look similar? Yeah, they do. But they're not, you know, they're not 100% prototypical. That's why I put the XBN unit over here. So this is the newest Dash 2 from Searchlight. So this one has the HTC trucks. So these essentially need that truck. And they just, you know, just how it works out right now, they don't. That's just one of the things they don't have. You know, but it's still, if I had my choice between using a slightly wrong truck and using these two red-headed stepchildren back here, I would still go with these. So anyway, with that being said, I think these guys are going to start working on a high hood Norfolk Southern Expansion Pack 2.0 that just might include not only these HTC trucks, but the ditch lights on some of the units back there that do have ditch lights that might be noted off, as well as a few other things. So we'll have to keep our eyes and ears out for that, of course. So same old SD40-2. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to go full wiki. But anyway, the Southern unit. So Southern had, being original owners and receiving these units, they had like 128 of these units or something, numbering 3201 to 3328. And some eventually went to Canadian Pacific, if I'm not mistaken. And others were, of course, rebuilt with low hood, PTC, air conditioning, all that good stuff that the Haunts still uses to this very, very day. Norfolk and Western, the ones on the left, very similar story. I think they were numbered 1625 to 1652, although some of these units were low nose. Not all of them were high nose, and they were built in the early 70s as well. But that's one of the interesting things about this pack is, yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is a high short hood. Now, something about me, you know, my inner child and having a thing for trains since I was a little baby pooping in my pants until the recent few years ago, I've always liked the way high hoods look. They just look cool as hell. Were they fun to operate? Probably not. When crews nowadays get into these and they have to operate something like that, is it fun? Probably not. But they look cool. And that's all that matters, right? Form over function. All day, every day. So they look neat, of course. It was a thing with Southern. It was a thing with Norfolk and Western. They ordered them like that on purpose. But anyway, they freaking scripted a high nose on these things. So everything in this pack that you're going to get from Switchpoint Simulations is a high nose unit, which is pretty cool. They got the numbers correct. We'll take a look at the Southern unit here. They got the stripy boy on the plow there. We've got the Southern look ahead, look south. That's a good looking logo. That's a very good looking logo there. You still got the nice, and let me back up, rewind that a little bit. So this whole pack is still, you know, Searchlight Simulation / JR model, you know, texturing, sounds, physics, goodness. It's just, this is like, you know, it's like having ice cream versus having an ice cream sundae. You get what I'm saying? So it's just more better, if you will. So there's just more on top of it. Of course, it looks good. It looks appropriate color-wise. Tuxedo, got the little nice golden stripe down the side, golden stripe on the stairs or footplate bits. The numbers look good and correct. The Southern on the side looks very nice as well. You'd have to excuse my lack of frame rate right now. I've got 10 of these bastards on here, I think, currently, or 9 of them. So it's taking a toll on frames. Back, same deal. Stripe. The logo on the back doesn't look as good, which is interesting, but the, you know, the stripe down there and everything looks pretty darn good. The numbers are correct again. Now they did do a few things that are very interesting to the pack. That is node or script on a bell. So you've got the bell as the Southern had hanging off the front or end of the unit, if you will, the long hood. And of course, Southern tradition, Nathan P5. You know, Norfolk Southern still pretty much runs a Nathan P5. So that is on there as well. This is all new to the pack. One of the peeps in Switchpoint Simulations, you know, modeled this thing, built it, had it put on there, and it looks good. It's a damn good looking horn model. Let's just admire this for a moment. Just inhale it slowly, deeply. And then let's go over here and look at the incorrect horn and how goddamn big it is. Looks like a freaking tuba. Okay, so both of these had incorrect horns. This is these are the engines that you get with the A&S or Saluda grade route, by the way. That, and they're also not black. They're bleached or whatever color that's supposed to be. So yeah, a lot of things not going right with those engines, but we're not here about that. So you've got the lovely model Nathan P5, and like Southern like to do, they had one on the front, one on the back. So this is a P3 on the front here, on a short hood, which again, that's a god darn good looking model. You know, my only gripe with it would be if it was kind of texturized or painted or weathered or what have you, just so it kind of matches the rest of the unit a bit better. As with the nose, you know, in all honesty, I think they did a pretty damn good job putting a high nose on here. It does look a little different, you know, texture-wise, a little bit lighter, a little bit cleaner, a little bit smoother. You know, but all things considered, you back up a few feet, and it looks pretty darn good. Same with the bell. You know, the bell looks very clean as well. You know, it'd be nice to see something like that, just textured up or whatnot. I mean, overall, it's a darn good looking model. There's little bits and bobs here where they should be. It looks intrinsic. It looks detailed. It's nice. It's just nice. So let's go ahead and hop in this thing and look around real quick. So one of the things that, yes, you are going to notice right off the bat, let's get rid of that service thing up there, is the cardboard cutouts stuck in the windows where the high short hood is back there. I guess there wasn't much they could do about that. Sadly, you know, you're not really going to notice it per se, unless you're looking right at it and you want to notice it. Then you do you. And then, of course, so these units, along with the Norfolk Western units, these are the ex-Conrail models from JR/Searchlight, right? So they got some of those things going on with it. One of the things is the in-cab signaling. I don't know what happened there, why it looks the way it does. It looks like a texture map exploded. You know, but it is what it is. That and the digital speedo. You know, these wouldn't have had that. I'm pretty certain they would have been the manual ones, right? Anyway, it's so far so good. It looks okay. It's saying 0 mile per hour a minute. Every now and then that may read wrong. And with that being said, you know, a lot of us know that have been playing Railworks over the years. Things happen as the game gets older, just like humans. You know, things happen when you get older. Scripts start to not work as great. You know, Dovetail updated the game in the last year and broke a shitload of stuff. You know, this may not possibly specifically be, you know, something to do with that. Just saying, you know, so things happen. But by and large, overall, these things are still very, very pleasant to run. So yeah, you got that going on with the inside. Other than that, it's still 100% JR/Searchlight. You could swap over here and turn around, and you're running long hood. Bam. Good to go. All right, let's go ahead and check out this all-new... excuse me, clear my throat. This all-new Nathan P5 Huron. You know, let me turn the sound up real quick. There we go. A couple more dBs. That sounds good. It sounds very good in the cab. It's, you know, it's muffled a little bit. We'll crack open half the window. All the way. That sounds really good. That's a nice sounding horn. Jesus. Now, they've changed these horns actually as well. This because, you know, one of the things this group does pretty damn well is the horn sounds. You know, if I recall correctly from doing their ex-Norfolk Western SD40 pack, which is another cool pack. So they do some good damn horns. Here's the exterior. That is super clean. The transition all the way throughout, you know, from the horn pole. Even if you just tap dance on the space bar or whatever the hell you use for your horn, still pretty clean and quick. We'll back up. And there you go. So you get some distance between you and the unit itself, and the tone changes as it should. It's got, you know, less kind of detail to the sound and more, you know, loudness. Okay, we are now in Earth's orbit, and you can still hear it, so that's nice. It's a train horn. They're loud, so that seems very appropriate. That's nice. That's a good sounding horn. Pardon me, jeez, a frog in my throat. So I don't know if I mentioned it a minute ago. So there's a P3 on the front and a P5 on the back, Southern style. That's a good looking unit though, man. Very partial to that look. You know, the stripes, the zebra on the plow, the logo, the gold stripe. Just all of it does it. All right, on to the Norfolk and Western unit. So this, of course, has a what was it, RS5T, Leslie RS5T. So Southern was Nathan, Norfolk and Western was Leslie. Again, all new horn on this bad mamma jamma RS5T, of course. The model itself looks really good. What'd they do with the bell? Didn't they have the bell hanging off on these? Yeah, there it is. So it's on the front. Same deal, so you got that, which looks good. The logo looks very sharp on the front as well. You've got your marker lights there, and they do work if I'm not mistaken. The logo on the back, again, doesn't look as good on the short hood. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Got the yellow grab irons, handrails, whatever the hell. Let's hop in this thing and see what she sounds like. It's going to have the same thing. Pretty much all these are going to be the same. The ones that are the X-Conrail units, they're going to look like this, and then the more modern units back there are going to have the that little radio link device box, the red thingy. I forget what it's called. But other than that, it's going to be largely the same. Let's check the RS5T out. Oh yes, totally different. Nice. Ooh, there's that Leslie squeal right there. They're like Leslie's, that's how I differentiate the two, Nathan and Leslie. So, you know, Nathan's are more like, oh, kind of a deeper, and then Leslie's are like you're letting the air out of a balloon, you know, with that initial like sound on the pull, kind of squealy. Sounds good, man. You can hear like every damn chime. Oh, that's a totally different sound as well. Very nice. We'll get back to outer space again. See what this one's like. Hey, you can still hear that son of a bitch. Right on. That thing sounds good, man. These are two very, very, very nice sounding horns. Got to the ding dong. Damn. That sounds very nice. The bells are going to be the same, I believe. I think those are the same from the JR Searchlight. And then you've got this unit back here, which is pretty interesting and new as well. So this is the RCO, or the remote control unit. It's got the hazard lights or the flashers on top, and it's also got the bar with the aerials. And that looks really darn good. You know, if they could somehow figure out a way to get the horns and the bells and the other pieces kind of mocked up to where it's uniform, like how this looks, that looks really darn good there. That would be extra cheese on the pizza. Very, very nice. I don't think there's much. Of course, you do get the two variants with these back here. So you've got the standard and the thoroughbred, and then you're going to get one of each, of course, for each one there. But yeah, that's the pack, guys. And I think I've heard whispers that there may be a Locatrol boxcar coming from these very same guys to, of course, use here on the ANS or Saluda, as they did back in the day during the sunsetting years of Saluda in this line, which would be very badass, of course. And they also have a Southern caboose. I don't have it on here because I refunded that piece of crap CSX SD40-2 pack, and so I wasn't able to look at it. But they do have that, the caboose for that. If you would like to take a look at that, I will link their site down below, and you can go and check out, pick this back up, and doodle around and you know, see what you think. But that's it, guys. Switchpoint Simulations Norfolk Southern expansion pack with them high hoods. I'll see you next time. Bye.